What's going on, everybody? Brett here from Mirror Up Imagery, and as promised, I wanted to talk to you today about the possibility of seeing the northern lights tonight. So we've had a notice of a coronal mass ejection, a CME, from the sun, and basically that just means that the possibility of northern lights is coming. I'll go into some of the science of why we know that here in just a minute, but let's talk about photographing it. So today I'm going to show you how to capture the photos with a really expensive camera like this Canon EOS R5 with a 24-70 f2.8 lens. I'll show you how it can also be done with a crop sensor camera like this Canon 60D with a Canon 24-105 less expensive lens, and then show you how to do it with a Samsung smartphone, a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra and a Samsung Galaxy S10 Ultra, and then also a GoPro or DJI action camera. You can actually get the northern lights with these as well. So the northern lights happen when the sun experiences what's called a coronal mass ejection. Massive amount of plasma is ejected from the sun in a large explosion, sending solar matter energy blasting through space at several million miles per hour. And when it reaches the Earth's atmosphere, it reacts with our magnetic field. Some of it's deflected, some of it dives down into our atmosphere, and different gases, oxygen and nitrogen and carbon dioxide and myriad other things, react with these particles and emit different colors on the color spectrum, greens and reds and magentas and things like that. So that's where the aurora are coming from, is from reaction with the atmosphere with charged particles from the sun. It's a lot more scientific than that, but that's the cliff notes from Brett. So what we're waiting for is what we're going to see tonight, if the clouds clear up, is possibly the results of another pretty powerful CME that at our latitude at 46 degrees in North Idaho, roughly, where we're at, or where I'm at, visible auroras should be happening tonight. And they may pop up and be powerful all night long, or they might appear for 7 minutes and dissipate and be gone the rest of the night. It's really kind of unpredictable. But what we do know is that if you go to bed and you don't stay up and take photos, you're not going to see it. So there you go. We'll start with the Samsung phone. So first thing you want to do is go to your camera settings, and then we will switch it to manual mode. And then you want to change the number of seconds that the shutter is open. You know, outside at night, in this room it's going to be different, but outside at night, no more than 15 seconds. Otherwise you're going to have streaks from the stars. This has to be on a tripod, so it needs, or somewhere stable. Start out at, ISO, I don't know, that's up to you, but I would start around 650 to 800 ISO. Set the phone on a tripod or a stable platform, and then we're going to shut the light off in here to demonstrate how it works. And you open your shutter, and the shutter's open, taking a picture for 15 seconds or so. And so when those lights are on, they're going to show up in the shot, and the sensor's going to gather that light in slowly over time, and then it's going to be pretty dramatic because it's such a well-lit area. But you can see the image you've got. It's got a lot of light. So when you're looking off in the distance over the hills, the most important thing in this shot is, you see how that chair is nice and sharp and not blurry, and the Pelican case over here, all of that stuff is nice and stable. That's because this phone is sitting on a platform that can't move. So all that dim light, all that dim light that's way back in the background up over the mountain, that is going to be in clear focus, and it's going to gather a ton of light that you wouldn't see with your eyes, and that's when you're going to see that amazing amount of extra light from the northern lights. So this is the GoPro or action camera, and they're going to do things a little differently, but it's still about the same concept. So you've got it on a tripod so it can't move, or a stand or a selfie stick or something like that. And then you want to go into your camera settings, manual exposure, confirm, make it dark in the room, press expose. Now that camera is sitting still, and it's going to go for 15 seconds. So we'll give it some green, some color, shut that off, and then you'll see what it's able to resolve when it's done with its shot. And push playback, and there you see you've got, this thing will meter it. There we go. Yeah, so you see that bright green. Pretty darn cool. So now we're working with a DSLR camera. This is the Canon 60D with the 24 to 105 lens on it. And we're just going to look at the settings really quick. So we've got manual focus. The Canon, you want to do 15 seconds at f4 ISO 800. This is just a starting point. And then basically you try to stay under 15 seconds if you can. It's okay to go over that, but once you go over 15 seconds, you're going to start to see long streaks in the stars. So set your camera on a tripod, get it all set up, ready to shoot. Let me shut off my lights here in the room, and go ahead and hit that. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. And then you'll see, so it let in that green. Let's do it one more time. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. And then you can see the inside of the room showing up just a little bit better. That's what's going to happen with the northern lights. They're gonna show up over time, over those 15 or 20 seconds, and be really vivid on your camera. I'm doing this inside of a room, so it's not an accurate description of what you're going to see, but you will see it. Okay. So folks, there you have it. That's about everything that I can tell you for just the quick version of what you're going to need to know to see the northern lights tonight. They're somewhat unpredictable, so you don't know when they're going to happen. The sky has to be clear. You look to the north, and to the naked eye at our latitude on the planet, it's likely you're going to see just wisps of gray, smoky light, maybe some green, maybe some magenta, real faint, unless it's a really powerful storm, and then you can see it really clearly. But typically at our latitude, you see just kind of a wispy light. When you turn that camera on and take in the long exposure, that's when you're going to see those vivid colors, and it's amazing. It's a moving experience. So good luck. Best of luck to all of you. Remember, be on a tripod. Once it's shooting, don't touch it. Don't let it vibrate or get bumped. And there are other ways to, lean it up against a rock. If you have a phone or something, lean it up against your rearview mirror or something that's not moving, and go ahead and take those shots. One other thing I forgot to mention that's really important, and I've said it 1,000 times, but not everybody's seen my previous videos. Once you get focused on the sky, infinite focus, maybe focus on something distant like a yard light in the distance or a star, something far away. Once you get nice focus, turn off your autofocus on your camera. Turn off the autofocus and the image stabilization or vibration reduction or steady shot, whatever it is. Turn all those things off so that it's just manually focused. Because in the dark, when you go to shoot the picture and you press the shutter in the dark, the camera will hunt for focus and sit there and move back and forth trying to find something to focus on in the dark, and it's not going to work. So you get your focus first, infinite focus, then shut all that stuff off. then you'll be able to take your shot. Same thing with your cameras, your phones and your GoPros. Set your focus to manual, infinite focus. Don't set it up so that it's on autofocus. That'll be a problem. That's it. That's all I know for now. One of these nights in the summertime when it's nice out, if we get an event like this, I'll put out a notice early enough in the day, I hope, that there will be an open invitation for people to come out and follow me to learn in person how to do that, and we'll set that up later. So best of luck, happy hunting. I hope you get auroras tonight. Just to see them with your eyes is a really exciting thing to go through, and it's on lots of people's bucket lists. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope you're successful. Peace.